Hello, everyone, and welcome. BogMod here. Playing more trails through Daybreak. I feel like I've been missing out because Chapter 5 has some great little title screen wallpapers. Oh, look at these suspicious-looking duo. So we've done the three of the 5 main antagonists. And I'd like a moment to talk about them. Alright? Yeah. It's my game. I can do what I want. So the first one we fought was Viola. Oh, really? No. What if it shows me a... What if it'll show up in my... Chapter 5. No, nothing specific on the names. Oh, I wonder if they're in... I don't know if she had a last name. Anyways, backstory. Poor abused... was she that abused, or just poor and in a bad area? Anyways, and then she, as near as I could tell, she grew up and... Here's the thing. Yeah, she had a bad run of things, but she clearly enjoyed what she did. She liked hurting others. She was definitely happy enough with her role in life. I mean, if she'd won the fight, what could we have assumed for her? She would have happily seen everyone else die. Which, yeah. So we killed her. She wasn't a very good person. Game tried to make me sad, but yeah, the sadist who likes to inflict harm and suffering on others and would intentionally help hundreds of thousands lose their lives, I'm not that sympathetic towards. Certainly since past a certain point, right? She could have stopped. Chose not to. She liked what she was, and did she not just choose not to? Because we'll get to talking about Alexander in a bit. She enjoyed it all. We saw how she was in those earlier confrontations in prior chapters. Anyways, then we fought Alexander. Now he's a different one. Because he did not seem to enjoy his work. He still did it. Didn't seem to enjoy it. We learned out his puzzling backstory. So his father was part of the royal guard to the king of Northumbria. After the salt battle happened, the king fled and the royal guard went with him. Years later, the king's like, you know what? The disaster's over. Maybe I can take over my kingdom again. And he was all... What? I'm not gonna murder the starving, barely surviving citizens of my own country that you abandoned. Which, you know, good for you, buddy. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up for that. And then his dad was like, "You traitor! We're gonna have a fight to the death now." And he's like, "Well, I don't want to. My dad's gonna murder me if I don't." And he kills his dad in self-defense. And I do. Right? Although, depending on how this... I wonder if the game would have popped up a prompt saying, "Spare dad, kill dad." Anyways. He got some chaos points for his choice. Anyway, so he kills his dad. His dad's all like... Something like... Well, I hope you're not a prisoner anymore. And then he's like, well, now that I've killed my dad because I refused to kill innocents, I'd better go join the mafia and help kill innocent people so I can die. Like, I feel like they got things backwards here. Like, maybe if he'd gone through with it and killed a bunch of innocent people and it had broken him, he's like, nope, humanity doesn't deserve to live. I'm going to join up with the homicidal maniac who's going to kill everyone. But, like, he stopped doing he refused to do the bad thing. That was his motivational moment. Right? Where everything changed was he refused to do the bad thing. And then he became worse than anything he would have done if he'd gone through with the bad thing. It's I'm a little confused at his arc. I think he needed a different triggering moment.
Well,
I'm just turning over his backstory in my head and thinking about it. And it's like, all right, don't kill your dad because he wants to. Because the king is all like, I'm gonna go enslave my people again, rule over them with an iron fist after all they suffered and I abandoned them. And it's like, well. Time to join the madman terrorist. Like, I could so have seen him being like... maybe like a bracer who goes too far. So maybe have gone the X-Bracer route at this point. Had the talent for it. But when dealing with human troubles, went too far, got kicked out, that sort of thing. There are some directions I could see going with him. With that backstory, but his joining up with Almada. In fact, I'm gonna pull up their. Let's see. Let's pull up a quick little peek at their. I mean, they're dead. I'm not too worried about spoilers about them. Let's see. Personality.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, I forgot all those times we all tried to shoot Melchior. Which, you know, fair. I'm not going to hold that one against her. Oh yeah, right. She's all like, only true equality will be under the fear of terror that Dante would bring. Yeah. She's an evil. Things are bad and she decided to embrace the evil. Which is interesting, because like, we've seen, as with the comparison with Scheherazade, others can have a similar upbringing and then decide, you know what? No. I choose good. And it wasn't even like being picked by marrying the prince was the first thing. Scheherazade had well pulled herself into a positive position by the time she even met our favorite Erebonian prince. Right. Let's double check Alexander. Or is it Alexandre? Alexandre? Yada yada yada. Here we go. The wiki I'm reading from does a poor job describing his motivations. He comments that he finds himself tied to Erin's fate and has no reason not to fight now that he has such a grand place to die in. Alexandre explains his past, having killed his father and betrayed the lord who he was pledged to serve. There's a lot of context there missing. The part that he refused, his lord was wanting to kill a bunch of people, his countrymen, his poor, starving, suffering countrymen that said lord had abandoned. And his father was all like, "You're a traitor, we gotta fight to the death now. I'm starting this." I can get his Death Seeker angle. It's like, okay. To be clear, the circumstances of how we kill both of them, I would have done differently. Now, having defeated them both, if the choice was just kill or let them live, I would let them live. Defeated foe, if you can take them to the custody spare, right? The context that I used for most of my motivation on why to get rid of them. One, also kind of to see if the game would let me. Two, ultimately, big picture, the group is trying to stop Amara from killing hundreds of thousands of people with nuclear bombs, right? Van risking damage to himself. And we've seen plenty of times, so like, we can't risk this fight. Even if we win, we'll be too tired out. Yada yada. Like, I don't think the game would actually, like, in the context of mechanics of the game, I don't think the game would actually punish you for sparing them. But from, as the game tries to show a degree of realistic consequences of these things, Van taking the gunshot to his shoulder, or try and save Eren and put himself at risk there, is ultimately increasing the danger to hundreds of thousands.
Alrighty.
Which is kind of my justification angle for not killing them. If it was just a matter of turn them in, and like they've fully been defeated and they're lying there unable to fight back or do anything, don't kill them. It's specifically the context of them forcing the hand, as it were. That's my reasoning. The two main reasons there.
Alrighty.
As for... Then we have Olympia. Olympia, also an interesting one. She was... Did you see how many years ago it happened? Let's see if we can look it up. Olympia trails through daybreak. Olympia. Oh, she's 19. That's a fun little detail. She had the pole dancer bit. What's his... I don't know specifically, it doesn't seem... At least the wiki doesn't say specifically how old she was when all this happened. Anyways, so apparently she grew up in a strange place where villagers worshipped an artifact, and kids went missing, which clearly was the village was sacrificing children in some manner. We've seen this before. in this series. Which, you know, kind of funny it's happened twice.
Well,
kind of shows off screen how dark the world can be. Her parents tried to defend her, were murdered for it. And then she kind of... it was a traumatic moment. I don't know if she snapped per se then, but it was definitely a traumatic moment, as one would expect. And for whatever reason, the automaton artifact was able to respond to her. And it responded to her by killing her attackers and sealing away her emotions. And then she kind of wandered and proceeded through there until she got picked up by the gardens.
Well,
so kind of like Joshua. She has one of those... Actually, it's very much like Joshua in a way, isn't it? Except where he...
Alrighty.
He shut down, and then Wiseman rebuilt a personality for him with magical soul psychoengineering things. She got her personality sealed away. And then when we damaged the robot,
well,
her feelings started to come back. So in this case, she was definitely a victim of things. And certainly fighting, even if we'd let the robot kill her, no reason to think that it would have necessarily stopped going after us as well. He's on a killing rampage. So she's definitely different context to the other two. Definitely, not someone who was fully in control of her actions. Wasn't even really to her, one could argue. Much like I made an argument similarly with Joshua for a lot of the things he did while he was a goon of Ouroboros. So that's our three antagonists so far. Someone who had a bad turn of things and went evil because of it. One of whom I don't quite get their story arc. There seems to be a missing transition point between refuses to kill innocent people, supports murdering just hundreds of thousands of innocent. There's a missing connector there for me. And of course, magical puppet girl. We still have Dante. We haven't heard his tragic backstory yet. And we haven't heard Melchior's, presumably also tragic backstory yet. So far, I mean, after all, we are 3 for 5. I am inclined to think that, well, certainly the Gardens like to pick up kids young. So Melchior they would have gotten to at an early age. Don't know what Dante's deal is, but I'm sure we'll find out. Maybe maybe the music will be sad when he dies, and we're like, oh, the guy who blew up Cray and was going to murder hundreds of thousands of people, he was the real victim all along.
Well,
maybe it'll try and go with that angle. I hope not. But they might try it. All right. Well, enough dilly-dallying. Back to the main story. Anya's has wandered off to go do things, which is fine. But else, with all the contests and all, any events for kids scheduled. I don't remember anything like that either. often. Maybe go to Edith for the festival. So you still plan to hold it. So I don't know how she's doing. Ooh. Let's talk to you, buddy. Something yesterday. I'm going to save this right now. What we can do is ensure that people within these walls feel at ease. Of course, what do other people think about our 3 antagonists so far? Who'd you like? Who'd you dislike? Which of them made sense, and which of them were you all like me, like, Alexander, what's your deal, buddy? I don't quite get it. Me? That can't remember why they came in the first place.
Well,
On this trip, time to go see the Grand Cathedral. Let's not check it out. Watch the movie. That would give you the chills. Get right in. The actual culture after the Golden Lead film. Some theater show more refined movies. Surprise! But they, at least, you know, I got to see one of Judith's films. Fantasy Interest Geology. Calvardian History 1. Tough. Enough of them. Not really intellectually stimulating. They're fun. They're boring. I doubt I'd be able to endure taking them on top of my part-time job. Right. Yeah, having a class that interests you does a lot.
As resplendent as you'd expect.
You're heading off again soon. Time to just fly. It's almost up. Yeah, it's true. It's what, November in the game? This morning, be late in a one-on-one fight and earn the right to challenge the big bad. Look at you go. Should just somehow mad in their tracks. Too easily? I figured at least one of you be in denial. Well, it's first she knows our friend. Not that you beat her. So I accept you're better fit for the job. Well, there's a group of us, other than one of her, so we do have the edge there. Yeah, I'm interested too. We'll do it all. Leave it to us. Okay. Ready for pickup yet? Came here 30 minutes early. For this festival. Yeah. The festival. So I predict either we're going to be doing the festival this game, or it'll be like the first event next game. So if it's worth my time. Hi, Katharina! You took their smiles. Actually, you know, there's an interesting question. So, of course, depending on where you live in North America, certainly, I'll speak of North America, because that's where I'm from, you know, police have certain reputations. Let's just put it at that. What is the general public view for police in Japan, if anyone knows? I'm curious to know. The only other kind of the Japanese setting of games written by Japanese people set in Japan that I've really played, or the Yakuza games, and I don't quite trust those games to give me the full view or an accurate view of, let's say, the police or the underworld over there. There's that one bit. But if you knows, I'm a little keen to know. Game's 20th team. Alright. Should be in contact with you. Something's still weighing on her mind. Oh, she still hasn't come back. What are you? Oh, it's all, we all know it's something to do with her dad. Hey, Elvis. Yeah. If there's nothing around, we won't let her efforts go to waste. What you looking at? Tristan Almada has had some dealings in Eurasian. Alright. Yeah. Good luck with it. The Arsenal's high society. Them giving their own white supremacist views. Yeah, look at all these papers. They're full of squiggly lines. Hey, Ren. I kind of predicted you might be down there. What are you up to? So this guy got the situation in the city and looking at the force present here. Phase on the down low. Little transmitting. Pleasure hacking, maybe? That's quite the accusation you laid at my feet. I'm doing nothing of the sort this time. Yeah. Very depending on how you choose to act on it. Yeah, well, that's true. All information depends on what you do with it. Doesn't matter if you have all the information in the world if you do nothing with it. Pretty soon, picking up. Screw up my warm, loving race always recharges my batteries. That's our girl's private secret. Spill the tea and I'll hack your computer. Not my computer! That's where my super-powered weird AI lives. Oh, look at you, buddy, sitting up. That's good to hear. Well, let's not jump that she moved on. She isn't trying to take on a mod on her own, at least.
Alrighty.
Realize it, I'll say that instead. Everyone's counting on you. Yeah. And I like that they will make them regret. When we all know the extent of their regret will be, we'll make them be arrested by the police. Ah, Maribel! Doing a thing with the kids. Neat. Oh, what are you up to? Chilling from the opera. Ruckus. Interested in unremarkably unrefined garments. Who knows they're holding an event like this? Come to think, I believe I heard someone saying something about this on the normal net. Let's say who. Can't follow my lead. Yeah. Alright, let's find the white citizens. Alright. A little tour for the kids. See the opera house. After all, GG, but I'm not going to be able to make events yesterday. This event could still be tons of fun. If only she could meet a fancy actress, hey Judith? If only. Nice, so nice. It's been so very hours late. Could you simply clear the air?
Don't you need a souvenir?
Castle, the festival does bring in a lot of foreign tourists. Sounds like to meet our Asians. A peak money-making period for us.
Right. Take a good look.
Time. Just let the dark mood linger forever. See what the customers request to go from there. Yeah? Oh, hey, buddy. So the F-class citizens scarce the board of trams these days. They're very busy. I like the dads by the glistening line of the Etoise cars. The value is a tradition. Short sentence. Yeah. The only real tradition is that they're interested in is to separate themselves from the lower class. Once the public start to use those trains, they kind of lost interest. Alright, well let's head up into District, I guess.
Let's do this.
This intriguing. It's made possible by foreign royalty, no less. Now I truly will feel like a traveling princess. How could I refuse? I have to mingle with children of lower classes. I can also meet people from other distinguished families as well. Let's go out and enjoy myself. Enjoy this by myself. No! Close to the little house Mortier. Someone will be attending. I'm with you. I'm like I did yesterday, I swear. This could be the start of his villain story. I was mean to a kid once, and then the girl I was interested in, she turned on me, and then I became a terrorist. Apparently the man behind is like super rich and important and stuff. Oh, Stopper. Oh, is it Prince Sharid? Time, and then disappeared. I thought she looked distressed. Something to do with her father? Her estranged father? No. Oh. For a minute I thought that outfit was a certain prince we know. But no, alas. With the prince's family. None of my business. Yeah, sometimes that's the best opinion to have about the boss's family. Not my business, not getting involved. Keep my head down and work. I can understand her father's feelings. His racist, horrible feelings. Ah, the vampire. No reflection. As was commented on in one of my videos. Designer's second past, focusing on the trend chasing, they'll be able to get close to bring out a person's beauty. Yep. She made us on her favorite store back in the day. Straight from the prison of Claire. Yes, she is. She is Gaston. I have to say to it, who cares? To do something by sheer passion. My job with the Royal Guardian through connections. I've been on upsides for the most part. Well, if it ends up having an impact, then all the better. Oh, good for you. Pick up our little side quest.
Let's see.
Kill some monsters. Ah, sure. Oh. Kill more monsters. Kill monsters. Suggest control. It's coming there too. Possible. Yeah, could be civilians, could be others. We'll have to be ready to deal with anybody down there. Right, the event. Let's pause it here, and we'll come back, and we'll see what's going on with onions. We'll see everybody soon.